Hello there! I'm so happy that you were able to join me today for our Oracle reading for Thursday, January 9th. So I want to wish all of you a very happy new year because it has been a while since I have seen you and since you've seen me and since we've done a card reading. So there's a full moon coming up and I thought it might be a good time to just do a quick reading, and maybe hopefully somebody out there can get the message that they really need to hear, or a message will come through for you that is meant for you if you're watching out there. So keep an open mind, and if you hear something that resonates with you, then that can be your takeaway. But if not, then just take what you get out of this reading. So I'm gonna shuffle this deck of 48 cards, and I'm just gonna ask, what do we need to know for January 9th? So there's one that is kind of inching its way up here, so I'll just take that one out. And I'll see if a couple more want to join the party here. Sometimes they just have one message for us, but it's always nicer to do a more robust reading if we can. Oh, one just popped out, so I'll put that aside. And I'll see if one more wants to reveal itself here. So as you may or may not know, on my store, www.moonstonesalts.com, I am now offering psychic oracle readings to customers who want just a quick reading, and I'll pull 3 cards out of the deck. You give me one question and I'll do 3 cards out of the deck plus the bonus card that I always do at the end, where I flip the deck over. So you can get that as well if you don't want to book a full video reading with me. That's another really good option for you, and I think it's quite affordable as well. So if you're interested in that, definitely check me out at moonstonesalts.com. Okay, well, I don't think any more cards want to come out, so I'll just stick with these two. I'll just stick with these two for today. So the first card that came out is take a deep breath. So take a deep breath. And this is almost just like an advice card for you to just take a deep breath. And it just feels so cleansing, doesn't it? A lot of times when we're feeling anxious, or if there's a lot of stress going on in our lives, we actually tend to take in shorter breaths and not even realize it. So this is all about just bringing the awareness back to our breathing. And in doing that, it can help you get centered, it can help you get grounded, and just sort of realigned with whatever's going on, right? And I've heard that the angels communicate with us through the molecules in the air that we breathe. So if you're looking for messages from source or from the angels, definitely check in on your breathing. Like if you feel like you've been asking for a sign or some guidance and you feel like you haven't been getting it, like it hasn't been coming through for you, try noticing your breathing and making sure that you're taking more full breaths in, and throughout the day as well. So if you can just pause and stop yourself from time to time throughout the day and just ask yourself, what's your breathing like at that moment, and just bring the awareness back to it. And I think what this is telling you is, I think once you do that, then you're going to start noticing all these things that are already in front of you that you just didn't notice, and that are going to help you with a decision that you need to make. Okay. Oh, you know what? One other thing I wanted to mention about this card is, if anybody out there needs to hear this, I'm not sure, but sometimes this card means don't hold your breath. Like if you've been waiting for somebody else to make a move before you can make a decision, or if you've been kind of like waiting around on somebody, this card can also mean don't hold your breath and to just, go ahead with whatever you're gonna do, and to not wait around for that other person. Okay, so whatever that means to you, if that means anything, it's something to think about. Okay, so the next card that came up is called Take a Break. And I feel like these are really tied together because, taking a deep breath is kind of goes hand in hand with taking a break, right? So have you been overworking yourself lately? I know we all just came back, or a lot of us came back from, the holiday break and Christmas and New Year's. So some people might just be getting going again in their routines. But it's almost like a break is needed from the break, if that makes sense. So if you had a really stressful time off, then it could mean to just ease back into what you're doing really slowly and allow yourself the time that you need to get back into it. I hope that makes sense. So it's almost like just don't bite off more than you can chew right now, and honor your body. Okay, so a lot of people, they, after all the rush and crazy busyness and parties and all the things that go on during the break, the Christmas break, people tend to get sick right after because their body just needs it. They need to slow down. So listen to your body before it gets to that point, if you can. And just, if you need to rest, then just take that time to do that for yourself, and you'll be thankful for it. Yeah, and one of the things this card says is to clearly communicate your needs to others. So if you feel like you've been taking on all the work yourself or doing all the things yourself, and there's somebody there that could actually help you to do some of your tasks, or if you need to take a break, you need to tell that person. You have to have a conversation with them and just let them know what's going on with you and that you're feeling overwhelmed or whatever, and that you need to take a break, and they're gonna have to sort it out with you so that you can take the break that you need. All right, so it's all about clearly communicating your needs to others here with taking the break and remembering to breathe. It's pretty simple stuff here. It's not rocket science. Okay, and the last card, the bonus card, is called Get It Together. And I always laugh when I see this card. Actually, no, I'm gonna lie. Every time I get this card, I roll my eyes at it and I'm like, you get it together. So I know that we could definitely have that reaction whenever we see this card, right? Like, get it together. So, I mean, maybe it's true. Like, maybe you do need to get it together. Just honestly take a look at your life and where have you been falling short? Where have you been procrastinating? And I'm not saying to be hard on yourself. That's not what this is about. Okay, it's just about looking at, things in your life or things that you wanted to do, that you had planned to do. First thing that's coming to mind for me is like New Year's resolutions. How many of you have already, fallen off the wagon with them or haven't started, right? And it's important to kind of look at that and ask yourself, okay, well, why did you make that resolution then if it wasn't important enough to you to get started on, or if you're not ready or whatever? And the thing is, like, we're never going to be ready. If something is important to you, just get started on it and stop procrastinating on it. Just go for it. And if you really, really don't want to, then it's time to reevaluate, like, why you made these resolutions in the first place. Were they perhaps out of guilt or shame for, you know, certain behavior that you may have had over the holidays, or I don't know, what could it be for you? So it's something to think about. And yeah, I mean, it says to refocus and set aside time each day to work on your priorities and goals. Okay, so that's going to be a lot easier to do if you're working on something that you actually want. Okay, so maybe try reframing what it is that you initially had set a goal for that you want. Maybe the way that you envision going about it just isn't going to work for you. It's, you know, it should be enjoyable to an extent, right? And if it's not, then, you know, you're not going to keep it up. So, yeah, it says get into a healthy routine as well. I feel like it's all kind of tying together here with like the health and mental wellness of taking a break, honoring your body, and communicating your needs clearly to others. Yeah, and just getting organized, getting a bit more organized. All right, well, that is all that I have for you today for our reading. I want to thank you so much for watching. My name's Colleen, and I am a professional tarot reader, an oracle card reader. I actually wrote and self-published this deck here that I'm using. It's called the Whispers from Within Oracle, and you can find that on my store at www.moonstonesalts.com if you want to order a deck for yourself. And I will leave the link for that website in the description below. And I also have tons of other fabulous things on my website. So if you're into spiritual stuff and crystals and all that cool stuff, definitely it might be worth a visit for you. All right, well, I'll leave you to it, and I want to wish you a really great day. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.